Welcome back to the Krikke Boys Shootout preview show.
When talented young sprint car driver Krikke and his cousin Jason were killed in a car accident 16 years ago, the speedway fraternity banded together to stage a memorial race in their honour.
Like many events which rely on sponsorship dollars, big name races and volunteers, the Krikke Boys Shootout has faced its fair share of challenges over the years. But one way or another, it's pulled through, largely thanks to the commitment and dedication of Daryl's father Ron and Jason's father John.
Both former sprint car champions and legends of the Bunbury track, Ron and John Krikke have spent their post-racing years working tirelessly for their sport.
Here's a look back at their journey. Ron and John Krikke are speedway superstars.
There's Ron Krikke in car number 99.
John Krikke managed to get his sprint car to the finish line with just 3 tyres left.
My brother Peter saw fit to buy a race car and put me as the driver and John as crew chief.
It wasn't long and they started to call Ron the Bunbury Bullet.
I'm not too sure how I come to call him the Bunbury Bullet or if I did, but anyway, I'll take the credit for it because it sounds pretty good. But he was an awesome competitor.
We went to our first national sprint car title, never even had watched one before, and all of a sudden had won this thing.
John was promoted to driver after Ron was asked to drive another car. It wasn't long before he was giving Ron a real run for his money.
We were rivals when we were both racing, but when I wasn't racing, well, yeah, we had no rivalry going. We'd work together.
It was a family alliance which was growing. Ron's son Daryl was driving with John's son Jason on pit crew, and nephew Shane was now driving as well. A nightmare for the commentators.
All 4 of us actively raced in one heat race in Bunbury. We run first, second, third and fourth, so you know, that on its own is a major achievement as well.
I've won 2 state championships. I probably should have won 4, but I won 2.
Ron won 3 state championships and 2 national championships. Now they are both busy promoting Quit Bunbury Speedway.
20 years in the chair, that was enough. Won a few bits and it was good to me, but hence I could put something back into the sport by doing what we're doing here.
The biggest race each year is the Krikke Boys Shootout. It's in honour of Ron and John's son Daryl and Jason Krikke, who were killed driving home from Claremont Speedway back in March of '97.
I do think back about the past, what it has been, and it's been good, it's been hard, and it's been tough.
Ron Krikke joins us now, and Ron, we're a week out from the 16th Krikke Boys Shootout. At one point you were thinking of stopping at 15.
Yeah, well, it'd be probably a bit easier if we did, but no, it's gathering momentum, and I think you know, it's for the good of the sport and the size of the event that we've got to keep it going. So next stop will be 20, I suppose, and then it'll be 25 from there on, I suppose. But as I say, we've got some momentum happening now, so let's keep the race going the way it should be.
Now, as we've said, it's one of the strongest lineups of US drivers we've seen in quite a while. How hard is it going to be to get the title back in the hands of an Aussie?
Yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. I'm glad I'm not out there doing it with those guys, but the competitors that are coming are very, very strong. But then the local guys too, you know, there's a fair bit of strength too, you know. But as I say, with the strength of the American drivers, and it's a tough thing for them to get it happening.
Now, you've been running around for months, well, for a year probably, preparing for this. What are you going to be doing on the night? Are you going to be in the infield running around or just sitting back and taking it easy?
Oh, geez, take it easy would be good. No, it's as you say, it takes a year of the whole thing to gather the sponsorship, the amount of drivers and everything we need to do and to run the event. On the night before, we have our modelling comp and our Calcutta down at Barbados Bar and Tavern. It's a beautiful place down there, so come along. Also, then the next night being the Saturday, very, very big qualifying night. I'll be out there doing my everything I have to do to run the event, and also and that's with the other team that we have to run the event. And then Sunday, do it all again, and then Monday be a little bit tired.
Okay, well, hopefully it's a good one this year. Thanks very much, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Well, now to a young man who's still in the early days of his career, although for a while now he's shown the kind of form that's made seasoned veterans twice his age sit up and take notice.
Jason Kendrick rounded off his 2011-12 season with the WA Sprint Car Championship. His team traditionally does well here in Bunbury. We caught up with Jason and his dad Jeff at the Kendricks racing headquarters.
Jason, from the moment he got in a race car, was fast.
I just remember him racing everything. He raced drags, raced boats.
Jason Kendrick was born to race. Sprint cars are his passion, and he started at the very bottom, serving an apprenticeship under his dad, Kendrick Racing Team owner Jeff Kendrick.
I made him work on the pit crew for many years before he was allowed to drive a sprint car.
I wouldn't say it's tested the relationship. We've definitely had some heated moments.
The Kendricks are keen to reclaim the shootout title won by their champion driver Kerry Madsen in 2011. Last year, it looked like Madsen had it in the bag again until, with just 3 laps remaining, American Shane Stewart surged ahead and stayed there, leaving Madsen in second place. But Jason settled the score with Stewart a few weeks later at the WA Sprint Car Championship. At just 22 and in his rookie year of racing, he outmanoeuvred the American on the final lap to take out the title, his 4th big win of the season.
It was such a crazy race that everything happened in the last 5 laps and ended on the top podium.
I think that he's matured in recent years. He's been backgrounded very well in racing to be successul.
Next weekend he's up against Shane Stewart again, along with a host of other informed Yanks, not that he will admit to any nerves.
If I can put together 30 good laps, I believe that we're good enough to come out on top.
And good luck to Jason and the Kendricks team this weekend.
Up next, 52 years and counting. Bunbury Speedway's faithful flag waver and his biggest fan.
And when things go wrong, behind the scenes of a sprint car meltdown.